Whew. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live once again for episode 21 of Let's Make a Production Level Web App to release to the world. So, we have been primarily working on the actual application itself. Now, if you've been following along, what we've been doing is building out the web app. What we're going to be doing today is starting a brand new repo that its entire job is going to be a back office tool, really. It's going to be something to help us manage the data to easily do it. It's going to be a CRUD tool. It's going to create, read, update, delete. That's all it's going to be. And it's going to serve up our data and modify it so that we don't need to push the spa out whenever we update it. And so we're just going to build that architecture of how each of these is going to go ahead and function, and how we're going to edit that in a CRUD tool. It's an admin tool. At the end of the day, we're going to get started on that. And the reason that's exciting is once we get started on this, and that should be maybe, I honestly think we'll be done with the majority of it in one episode, is the very next couple episodes we're going to be building the APIs associated with it. So we've been doing exclusively front end. Now we're going to start diving into that back end portion that we need for our application. Cool. Before we do that, let's do a little shout out to me. If you guys haven't noticed, I have the 100 front-end interview questions challenge, which has this nice, hot, and new tag in development. That's pretty nice. And then I also, of course, have the 100 algorithms challenge. Both are there to help get you up and going and prepped and all that good stuff. And you get it for $9.99 using coupon code CodingGod, or go ahead and use the link in the description below. All right. Now that we've done that, I need to create a new repo on GitHub. How long does it normally take to finish Udemy class? It really depends on the size of your course, or the size of the Udemy course. So we're going to create a new one. And this is going to be BDD. I'll just do video -dev -docs -admin. Or video docs -admin. So that's all this is going to be. Go ahead, this is a private repo. Create a repository. Cool, let's go ahead and clone this. We're going to jump all the way back down to our documents folder. And we are going to, any second now, go ahead, get bash here. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to do. Some are 20 hours, some are 40 hours. Yeah, it sort of depends on what the size of the class. But I would say for every hour of content, you should be spending 2 hours at least. Would be an easy estimate. If you're doing 4 to 6 hours a day every day, and even after a month, you should see some you should see some why isn't that paid? There we go. Jesus. Am I building this app to make income? Sort of. I wouldn't exactly say that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do ng. Before I ever start a new project, I always like to make sure I install the latest thing. So add angular/CLI. Oh, no. I meant to do global. Don't want to install that locally. So you want to install the latest CLI, make sure you have no issues. Am I building this app to make money? Everything I build is to make money. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm building it with the intent to make money off of it, but it's not necessarily my sole reason. What did I call this? We called this video dash docs dash admin. All right, cool. Let that create. So if I build what you're building, aka code along, you won't sue me. You do you, man. I'm sue this shit. If you make enough money, I'm suing you into the ground, dog. I'm getting my piece of that cheddar. Um. All right, any second this will be done. All right, so let's cd into video-docs-admin. That my ass all shady. Get remote. Add origin HTTP. All right, cool. All right, nice. So there we go. We have our repo created, our admin repo. Let's go ahead and open it. You're surprised April's going to Lambda School instead of Free Code Camp in Udemy? She's doing it all, but the truth of the matter is some people succeed and fail in different environments, so I think she'll do better in a more structured environment. Like for me, man, I don't know if I can ever go back to school. I have companies all the time that when they talk to me, they're like, "Hey, did you know that if you sign with us, we'll put you back through school and you could go and finish your degree?" It's like, dude, I'd rather lose a finger. Like literally, if it was go back to college or cut off my pinky finger, I think I'd let him cut off my pinky finger. I have absolutely no interest in ever going back to college. All right, cool. So we clean that out. So let's go ahead and define our mock, what we're actually going to be building real quick. And let's bring this over here. All right, let's bring our browser over here. This is, just change something here. All right, cool. So we'll probably have some authentication, but really, what's going to be on the homepage, and we'll worry about how we handle authentication later. It's probably just go through Google or something. Gonna start coding today. Good, man. All right, so we're gonna have a table here, and we'll have to define what these fields are in a second. We're also going to have a search. And then we can have a filter. So these are organizations. We want to filter. I think search is fine. We can just do a search. It'll be a simple search. Some sort of search. What do you want? We don't need to make it more complicated than that. All right, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and open our folder. And I want to go to our video docs because I need to look at the JSON structure and define how I want to, I take it back. I want to filter. What do I want to filter? I don't know. Any suggestions of type of laptop to buy? Will a $300 to $400 budget be good? It doesn't really matter. Just get what works for you. JavaScript's single-threaded. For the most part, it doesn't matter. All right, so I gotta use the bathroom real quick, and then what we're gonna do is essentially we're gonna say what fields we want in this initial table, edit it, and then we're gonna define what our JSON, our CRUD tool looks like, more or less. All right. How long will this project take me to build? In total, the whole project's probably around 100 hours to 200 hours, depending on it. There's always scope creep even in your own projects. All right, so where is this view category? Services, category service. Models, data. All right, cool. So in here, so the first thing is going to be title. Then we'll have a topic. Then we'll have a detail. All right. Cool. And we'll have our various fields data. So this will be the home page. So we'll say home. All right. And then we'll search based off these fields. I think that's all we need. It's called Balsamic. What's the software? Alright, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and launch this real quick. Alright. What's the name of this particular application? This is just an admin tool for the application Video Dev Docs. Alright, so in views, we have a new file, new folder. This will be, I'll just call this home. We'll have a new file here, home.component.ts, home component.scss. There's no reason to lazy load any of this stuff just because. Do I need a GPO for following my code faster? No. The only thing is maybe if you're using Docker. Do I have a official opinion on a Team Treehouse Tech degree? No, I haven't had a chance to go. So I've gone through the majority of the Udacity one. I was thoroughly impressed, but no, I haven't gone through it. So all right. Yeah, none of this is gonna be lazy loaded for this back office tool because it's only for me. Why don't I use the CLI? It's just a force of habit. I probably should. So, believe it or not, when I first started using the Angular, my tech lead didn't let us use the CLI, and so I just sort of got stuck in this habit, and it's not that bad. Your environment doesn't matter. Or your operating system doesn't matter. Alright, cool. So we have home component. Which one? Alright, let's go ahead and we need to add the router module real quick. I forget if Angular router is installed by default. Nope. Cool. Angular router installed. Now, let me open this up real quick. All right, and here we'll call dot for root. Pass an array. All right, let's see if that worked. So if we set that all up right, we should just get whatever I put. I think I just put H1 with home. Oh. What sort of programming paradigms do you find most often, and what design patterns do you find has the most? Really, I try to just follow the solid principles. I was having this discussion with a developer yesterday that I'm partnering up with on some stuff, and oh, wrongs. Yeah, and the general gist is I assign defaults. I make sure not to muddy up my HTML, my Sass, my CSS. I mean, we could talk about this for like an hour, and to be honest, I'm exhausted. So, watch my Code Like a Pro series, and they'll cover some of it. All right. So let's go here. I should solve that. All right, cool. So that's set up. Let's go ahead and close this project real quick. Git stage dot added routing. All right, before we go any further, we need to just write some basic tests. These are just sort of boilerplate tests to get the file going. I'm gonna do the pretty much the exact same ones. In home right now. Alright, npm test. Yeah, sorry man. It's been a rough like 2 weeks, and so I'm kind of reaching my limit, not necessarily with streaming, but not in the best mood the last couple of days. Alright, cool. So alright, alright, now that we've done that, let's go back to here real quick. So not only are we going to want to be able to search, but we're definitely going to want to have the ability to add a new item. So that will add, let's just say we had something like this, JavaScript, comma arrays, comma map. So that'd be an example. Like so. And then we go one level deeper, actions. So in actions, let's go to lock data grid. Let's go to icon. Edit. Oh no. It crashed as I was trying to save it. Your boy's here. Hey, Code Poppy. Alright, we'll let that result. What happened? Oh. Everything but like Chrome just crashed right now. Come on. Come on, man. Close the program right fucking now. Jesus. Try this again. VD-admin. What's the to-do list? We're just getting going on the CRUD app that we need to manage our data. So, building that out. All right. Cool. Duplicate this. The object relational mapping. Are you talking about like the how the data structure should go? I mean, I already built my data structure. I know exactly what I want, which is why I did this after I built the front end and how I wanted the front end to look. The data structure is gonna mirror it relatively closely. I'm not familiar with SQLize. Let's see here. From what I can tell, SQLize is just something else to do your job for you. At first glance. I've never used SQLize, but I don't do too much backend. All right, cool. All right, so this is really all the functionality we need for what it is that we're trying to do here. We get the idea across, right, of what it is that we want to build. We need a table, we need a modal, we're gonna have an edit page, we're gonna have an add page, and we'll come back to what we want that add page to be in a second. Cool. All right. So there you go. Cool. Do I use Markdown or UML diagrams for software architecture documentation? No. What you'll find is that gets outdated relatively quickly. And you also find that most developers don't even care to look at it, unfortunately. So, should I? Yes. Do I? No. Did I make any for this project? No. But that's because I took the stance with this specific project that I was going to see how it played out before I did anything. All right, let's go to home component. Cool. We will create a table here. Table will have a T head. Our T head will have a table row. Then we'll have a TH. TH times 4. And then in here we will have, let me pull this up real quick. We will have a title. We will have a topic. We will have a detail. And then we will have actions. Cool. Next up, we'll create a T body. Do you think it's normal to be left alone the first 2 days of working as a junior since half the team is either busy working or on vacation? I would say that it's common. I don't think it should be the standard, though. Here's the thing, guys. I've said this a lot of times, though. I don't want to glamorize being a developer sometimes because there's a lot of bad developers. There's a lot of developers who have been chewed up and spit out by companies, and there's a lot of developers who have just lost the passion that they once had. And you're going to work with teams like that because that's going to be the majority of the teams. Did I put title? I think I meant to put category. That should have been... Yeah, that should be category. Let me edit this real quick. Alright. Then we'll have here, we'll have just some mock data for this first one, right? JavaScript. Array. Map. Cool. And then what we want to do is install Font Awesome 5. So to do that, we need to install oh, that's not it. Oops. Express with TypeScript and Mongoose is lit, that's what we're going to be doing. Dude, everything's weird about starting a job at a company. Some companies just leave you be. Some companies throw you in there day one. It's like, okay. Alright, cool. Let's just go ahead and get an icon. Alright, so we'll see in a second if we installed Font Awesome correctly. I'm getting kind of hungry. Alright, cool, Font Awesome installed, so let's go ahead and get another icon here in a second. And then this will be delete. There's our delete. Excellent. All right, let's style this table real quick. Shouldn't be too hard. For what age have I been coding? Let's see, I'm 31. Probably like 25. We'll start here. Cool. Let's see here. Border 1GX solid black. Actually, a second. Just gonna look at a table example from see how people are styling tables nowadays. I don't get bored coding so much. No. I mean, the worst part about my job is oftentimes I love coding. I have no issue with that. I love learning and growing. The hard part is dealing with the business most times, and then dealing with contractors and people who are less invested to getting better and maturing. That's the hard part. That's the part where you're like pulling your head out. Alright, so we have our table and then we have our T head. I'll just make this black color white. We'll just do a white and black thing. There's no reason. We'll do background dash color of black. Cool. And then on here, we will give table a border of 1 px solid black. So see how that looks. Border collapse. That's what it is. I was trying to remember what the cool. All right, there we go. And let's make our table heads. So in our T head, in our TH, our TR, then our TH, we'll do font dash size 20px. No, cool. 30px, something like that. Make it a little bit bigger. Cool. That's a little bit too big. Does keyboard matter in coding? No. All that matters is dedication. That's all that matters. Alright, cool. So category, topic, detail, actions. We have our various values. Let's just for the sake of argument, make it look a little bit better. Alright, cool. So we have all these actions. Now what we want to do is we want to I think I'm just going to style it the way I saw in W3 Schools the other day. Alright, cool. So we will do this. Let's go here, go back to here. So table head, table body, and then we'll say table body for our table rows. Where of nth dash child even background dash color hashtag DDD. Cool. And then we'll say just font dash family is Arial. Clean that up a little bit. Alright, cool. So now that we've done that, if we want to, we can add a hover effect. But I think that's alright. right. That should still work just fine. And then here we will say padding 5px. Instead of on the I though, let's go back to our, so we have our table row. Okay, and then whew, that's a little too yellow. All right, cool. We're not worried about making this pretty, so don't worry about that. Now that we've done that, we've done our initial table setup. I was just thinking about what else we'll need on here. We're definitely gonna need some sort of form of pagination. Is there not a pagination thing in here? I don't think there's a form of pagination. We'll just make one real quick. We'll make a button bar here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and all right, cool. Let's go and make this model real quick. And I think for the most part, I can take the model out of my existing project. So let's go ahead and open this. So, I'm sort of going through this because we're gonna touch it up down the road. Maybe. I don't really care about how this works. It's just supposed to be a simple admin tool. We just want to look nice. But the idea here is I'm simply getting this set up for two things. One, a get all call, and a delete call, and then we'll go and create an edit call and all that sort of stuff. So I'll manually create some data. I'll see if I can get all of it. And then I will, from there, move forward with, what do you call it? Getting the remainder. So add an initial table to home. All right. Now that we've done that, let's jump over to here in home. Let's go. New folder. We'll call this shared. And shared will have components. And here we'll have a new file. This will be called model. Alright, now that we've done that, let's go to my shared over here. Components. Modal. Paste over. Some of this stuff's not gonna carry over, so I'll have to fix it, of course. Okay, so leave that there. That should be fine. Our test should be fine. The things that aren't going to carry over will be that. Background color. Take that out. That. Okay. Component.html. We're not going to have access to that. Let's just see if we can get it up and running. Some title. Let's go in here for heading. All right. Let's see if that compiles. And then let's actually go to our app module. We're probably only going to have like maybe 10 components in this whole thing. Oh, cool, it compiles. Great. Let's go ahead and create a modal component. See if that's actually working. So now we've done this. And go here. Go to our home component. Outside here, we'll have app-modal. Some content. Hashtag delete modal. Almost there. Does something. see. Cool. Now we just center this, right? Huh. So I have to center our modal. What's wrong with our modal that's not centered? My modal. I thought that's what I did. What kind of bad habits have I had to stop doing? Unfortunately, the sad part is that it's the majority of my time spent trying to get people to have good habits. Get rid of that, and then we'll go ahead and put a width to 75% here, and then we'll just do a in with max width. What else was it? Left 0, right 0. Yeah, I need these 4. Boom. There we go. Okay, so we got a very janky modal, but it's in there. And we'll make it look better later on. We'll create some stuff. You can use Bootstrap to make your life easier. No, I'm good on that. That took 2 seconds. I think it's gonna be a short stream. I'm actually starving. I just realized I hadn't really had breakfast today. It's almost 1. I was like, why am I so hungry? So, what we're gonna do next, other than probably make it look a little bit better, I'm not really too worried. Remember, this is just a CRUD tool that we're gonna use to manage our data. I'm going to, probably in the next stream, create the project where we're going to use Node, TypeScript, MongoDB, and Mongoose. And then we're going to create some routes, and then we're going to hit those routes. And then eventually we'll have to add authentication, all that sort of stuff. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Sorry for the hour and 10-minute stream, not the longest thing in the world. But if you're interested in any of my courses, check them out in the description below. See you guys next time. Bye.